Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be playing with a pop art image and creating a really fun background using lots of mark making. So I'm starting in my 8x8 square ledger journal and just popping down a whole heap of paint in the background. This is a fluid acrylic, so it's very transparent and blends onto the page really brightly, but it's a beautiful bright yellow, which I love. And I'm starting off with this sort of trio of almost primary colours to make sure it's really nice and bright. When I'm putting out paint, I don't put too much out. I try to put as least as possible, and I can always put more on afterwards. Then I'm going in with some paint pens, not paint pens, sorry. These are Stabilo Woodies, so they're like the Stabilo All Pencil, but they're thicker than the kids' version, and they're really fun to play with. They're great for mark making because you can just go nuts in the background. And this is a great way. I like to do like graffiti type backgrounds. So put some paint down, scribble all over it, and then go in with some stenciling over the top to sort of bring it all together. So because it's all bright and all busy, I've gone in with a little bit of white just to help calm it down a little bit. I deliberately chose the loopy writing stencil because it blended in with the sort of marks that I made in the background as well. And I'm going in again with my really chunky paint pens, and doing some more mark making on the back. So, you know, you've got all that busyness in the background, then I've calmed it down a little bit with the stenciling. Now I'm going back in and putting more marks over the top. So it gives you this really layered effect. And if you think about graffiti, you know that has been painted over and over and over and over again. So, you know, you can sort of see the peeling paint come back and what's underneath it. Now I'm just going in with some white just to give some definition to some of the areas and see what's going on. So I wasn't 100% sure when I started doing this background what focal image I was going to put on it. So you can see I've got the transparency out, but I decided on this awesome Marilyn Monroe pop art picture. And you can see sort of the background kind of inspired me as well because it's got very similar colours. So I knew it would blend in really nicely. This is a collage tissue. So I'm just going in and putting some gel medium on the back and then gluing it down onto the page. Now usually you would see me put the gel medium straight onto my page and then put the tissue down and then gel medium over the top. The reason I took it off to the side to do the back was because those Stabilo All pencils are water activated. So even though I had the acrylic paint over the top, which would have protected it somewhat, I didn't want to smear the mark making I had, so that's why I put the gel medium on the back off to the side. Then I'm just going in with my white pen just to add a little bit of detail and add some highlights, I suppose, to the image just to help pick her out from the background. To help blend in the page a little bit more, I'm going in with some of my mark making stamps and just putting a little bit of black in the background. So quite often when I'm doing pages like this, I will leave my mark making, my adding black onto the page is the very final thing I do, just to sort of help balance it up. I've got a very bold image there, but I just want a little bit of black in the background, which is why I chose sort of those finer looking stamps. Then I hopped onto Pinterest to find a supposedly Marilyn Monroe quote. I'm not sure if it really is her, but there you go. And I'm just writing with my paint pen. Now I just wrote out the letters to begin with a bit of a space in between them onto my page with paint pen. Once I was happy with the spacing, now I'm going back and thickening up the letters and making them look a little bit more interesting. And this helps you look like you have very carefully planned where you're writing so it just fits in. In actual fact, you're sort of being a bit of a cheat and writing it so you definitely know it fits in, and then you're going back and making it look a little bit more chance-like in the end. To do that, all I'm doing is adding like little triangles onto the ends of my downstrokes and thickening up some of the areas of the page letter when I'm finished. Then I'm going in with my white pen once it's dried and putting a highlight on each of my letters on the bottom left-hand side of each letter. So it doesn't matter if you do it top right, bottom left, whatever you choose to do, as long as you're consistent against every letter. So I'm very used to putting on the bottom left-hand side of my letters so that I know that's where it's supposed to be. When I've finished putting the highlight on, once my pen has primed properly, then I'm sort of dry it off again and have a look at it, see if I feel it is finished, and take a picture of it. I find when I take a picture of my artwork, it helps, one, keep me accountable, that I, take a picture a day of what I've been creating, but also that it helps me look at detail of what I've done before and see it in a different light. So by cropping it down and getting rid of all the extraneous images around it, it really helps me focus in on what's on the page, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and gives me a chance to reflect on it. So I would highly encourage you, if you don't take photos of your artwork, have a go. Even taking pictures of it halfway through will give you that opportunity to go back and reflect. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye for now.